Ooh, I thought I wouldn't be able to, I can sort of see you here. It's a little bit different. So I'm a writer, and to me a fine line is that perfect line of dialogue, or that perfect opening sentence that makes you wonder who was so creative and so talented and so artistic that they've written something that you want to be the last thing you hear before you die. When Gregor Samsa awoke one morning from unsettling dreams, he found himself changed in his bed into an unseemly vermin. It's the first line of the Metamorphosis from Franz Kafka. It's arresting, it's intriguing, it's poetic. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Dickens. Call me Ishmael. Melville. Those are great lines from the white man canon. Don't get me wrong. They're great. They do the job. But the best line I've ever heard was not from a book or in a movie or in a play. It wasn't even on The Wire. The finest line I ever heard was from Stephane, the bartender / owner at the Holiday Cocktail Lounge on St. Mark's Place on the Lower East Side of New York City, well, East Village, New York City in 1997. It was December. It was cold, but it wasn't that cold. And I was doing holiday shopping with my friend Rob, and we headed to the Holiday Cocktail Lounge to warm up. It wasn't dark outside yet, but it was dark in the bar. And Rob was someone I knew from Pittsburgh. We had been high school students in Pittsburgh when I was 14, but we both ended up in New York City in our 20s, and we started hanging out a lot. And if I say I had a crush on him when I was 14, that would sort of understate the fact that I had a really big crush on him in New York when we were in our 20s. And so we go into the Holiday Cocktail Lounge, and we go to this bar, the booth, and it's held together with duct tape, and it's really dark, even though it's like not dark outside. And we're like taking off our winter clothes, and the packages that we've bought to send to our families back home are piling up around us. And I was like, I'll get the first round, because we were just friends, and I could pay my own way, and I'll get the first round. So I go up to the bar, and there are already these old guys in these really utilitarian flannel shirts and big boots, and they are like listing off their stools, and they remind me of dock workers from another era. And Stephane, the bartender / owner, is pontificating, as he always did, and no one is paying attention to me. And so I'm just thinking about this bar and this place and where I'm finding myself. I'd been in New York 6 months. There were a bunch of us. It was like the early tech boom. Everyone was consulting. I didn't know what any of my friends did. They're like, oh, I consult for Ernst & Young. Okay. But we knew we were going far, and the Holiday Cocktail Lounge was like our epicenter, and like Stephane was the king of our clubhouse. And he really scared me. And he scared a lot of us. He seemed to be like a seer, like he could like see right through you. And if he didn't like what you ordered, he might just bring you something else. Or he might throw you out of the bar. I mean, you never knew what you're gonna get. So no one's paying attention to me. I'm at the bar, he's talking, and I'm sort of rehearsing in my head, like, 2 Rolling Rocks, please? 2 Rolling Rocks, please. 2 Rolling Rocks, please? And I'm rehearsing this in my head, and I'm thinking, like, I can't believe I live here, and I can't believe I work where I work, and I can't believe Rob, who's like the cutest, nicest, coolest guy, is like hanging out with me. And I just felt really lucky, because the Holiday Cocktail Lounge, in all of its seediness, and it was seedy, it wasn't too seedy. It was like aspirational. It was like, if we were hanging out here, we were like real New Yorkers. Like, it wasn't Times Square where we had gone on like high school trips or like our parents had taken us. It was like, if we could drink here, we could like live here. And so I'm thinking about how great everything is. And Stephane turns to me, and I'm getting ready to say, 2 Rolling Rocks, please. And he says, and what are you, in love again? Arresting, intriguing, poetic. Was I in love again? Had I ever been in love? Was I in love with Rob? What did Stephane know that I didn't know? What the hell was going on? I had said I love you to my high school boyfriend and to the guy I lived with in college, but I didn't know if that was love, and if that was love, was this love, and if I didn't know what love was I ever gonna find it? Arresting, intriguing, poetic, and I wanted to die. And what are you, in love again? 2 Rolling Rocks, please.